Gentlemen and ladies, it is Sir Richard Chops, the one and only professional on the site. Let me tell you, gentlemen, I've noticed a sweet trend here on YouTube lately, and I've decided to toss my hat into the ring because, hey, let's face it, I was the originator when it came to weaving sex and video games together. So, because I'm a professional and I wear suits, obviously I get a lot of vagina. I figured I would tap my well of extensive experience and dispense some of my advice in the hopes that I could help some of you guys out, because let's face it, who else are you going to turn to? Your dad? Pfft, scoff. Your friends who are already getting vagina while you're sitting here? Forget that shit. You made the right choice by turning to the only person you can trust, a professional YouTube gameplay commentator. So let's begin. The first question comes from a gentleman named Triple X, Awesome Scopes, with the Z of course, Triple X. He writes, "Dear Ricky, what is the best way to talk to a girl? I have some trouble approaching this one girl in my class, and her name is Rebecca. She seems like she would be way too hot for me, but I know if she got to know the real me, she would love me." Alright, Mr. Scopes, here's your first problem, alright? Don't do any talking. Don't do that. Girls don't like that. They like men of action. Instead of trying to use words that can be misinterpreted and misconstrued into things you don't mean them to be, just do what I used to do in college, alright? It's quick, to the point, and it gets your message across way faster than any words can do. Just whip out your cock. That's right, just pull that sucker out. Let it dangle a bit. If you can, just spin it around a little bit. Most girls love the wang, so when you pull your piece out for some fresh air and she notices it, chances are she's gonna get the hint. The bigger the better. If you happen to be one of those unfortunate gentlemen who suffers from a lack of penis, try to whip it out when you're fully erect. In fact, it's best to start stroking it in the middle of class to get it ready for its unveiling. And look, I understand, you may be nervous about doing this, but just do what I used to do, alright? Just practice in front of your cat. It won't know what the hell's going on, and more than likely just meow at you, but at least you're getting some experience showing your piece to some pussy. This trick works 100% of the time, but the girl has to be a raging STD-ridden whore. Next question. This one comes from a gentleman named Sir Shartsalot. "Dear Richard Chops, I know you're a professional, so it made sense to come to you with this. I couldn't get my question featured on Mail Tuesdays, or Mail Mondays, or Mail Mondays with Obviously Jesus, or any other question and answer series for that matter. My problem is this. I have a girl who's a friend and we hang out together a lot, but I want it to be more. I've heard of being stuck in the friend zone, but I really care about her. I really want to be with her. What can I do? How do I get out of the friend zone? What are my options? Sincerely, Sir Shartsalot." Well, Mr. Sharts, I have to be honest. Getting out of the friend zone is not easy. I've been in the friend zone many times before, and I figured out that there's only one way to get out of it for the purposes of sneaking inside her pants. It's going to take a bit of willpower for about a month or two, but don't speak to her, alright? No contact. Pretend she's a leopard. No email, no phone calls, no texts, nothing. After a bit of time, she'll start to wonder what the hell happened, and it's going to throw her off balance, alright? Off guard. In the meantime, buy yourself some nice clothes. Armani, everything. And if you can't afford it, just take out a loan or get yourself a credit card. But consider this. It's an investment in getting in between the cheeks. Comb your hair, shave your face, take a shower for once. Do everything that the old you would not do. Work out, eat healthy, work towards a good career, clean your apartment or your house. Shit like that. Basically, be the man you're too gutless to be. Once it's time to make contact, ask her out to a place where there's plenty of liquor, and when you get there, make sure she's drinking at least 3 drinks to your 1. Don't get her drunk. That's just wrong and immoral. Do it like a gentleman. Get her tipsy and a bit loose. Ask her questions you know she's gonna say yes to, just to get her primed and ready. Do you like eating food? Do you like breathing air? Do you enjoy penis in the mouth? Stuff like that. When she's at a good point, ask her if she would like to go back to your place to, you know, look at your stamp collection. More than likely she'll say yes because she's too far gone to care, and maybe she really enjoys looking at stamps. Once she's over there, tell her your collection is in your bedroom, just past your parents' room. Prior to your engagement, you've already made sure to throw out all your chairs and seats in your room out the window. Get her in there and tell her to have a seat on your bed because, hey, there's nowhere else to sit, right? At this point, the lights in your room should be off. You should have incense and other good smelling shit in there, and maybe some Barry White playing low in the background. Just make her feel comfortable. Relaxed, you know, relax. Now for the final stage. Pretend to trip over something and land on top of her. This always works. You can say it was your stamp collection, but at this point, it doesn't really matter. You're already on top of her, staring into her eyes, hopefully with some socks in your underwear, pushing up against her crotch. Proceed to do your thing, sir, because it's a sealed deal after that. And this is how you find your soulmate. You can write me a thank you letter after you're done. Anyway, gentlemen, that's all the time I have today to turn lives around. I've got some extensive fapping to do, but hey, you know, I'm only trying to help you out. But you already know that, don't you? Trust me, gentlemen, I'm a professional.